If you're looking for a way to integrate subscription payments into your Next.js application, this video is for you. I'll show you how to handle subscription payments through Lemon Squeezy. I'm starting with a boilerplate Next.js project with a sign-in, sign-out authentication flow. On users signed in, I redirect them to the account page, which is the page I'll be modifying to show subscription payments. Let's head to Lemon Squeezy. I'll assume that you already signed up for an account, go to products, and I'm going to create a new subscription. The name is important here. It should be prefixed with subscription underscore. I'll be using this naming convention in code. Make sure to set pricing mode to subscription as well. Save the changes, and that's all I'm going to do here for now. Heading over to Supabase, go to the SQL editor. I'm going to add a product table to keep track of all products we have available on Lemon Squeezy. Don't worry, this will be auto-populated in the webhook. Add users table to keep track of users customer ID generated by Lemon Squeezy. A subscription table to keep track of customers' subscriptions. This will also be used to determine whether user has access to the paid features or not. Make sure to add indices to optimize the table. Add trigger and functions to fill out the info when a new user signs up. I'll enable row level security to allow each user to only view their own data and subscriptions. All write operation must be done by the Supabase admin, that is the server. Run the query and check that the tables were created. Here are the environment variables I'll need to set up for the project. In the env.local file, make sure to set up public app URL. The Supabase URL, you can grab this from Supabase settings under Data API, as well as anon key and service role key from API keys section. For Lemon Squeezy, head to Lemon Squeezy API tab, create new API key. The store ID can be found in settings, stores, and just copy the number next to the store name. For webhook secret, you can set this to anything secure. We'll be using this in a bit. To set up Lemon Squeezy webhook, first go to settings, webhooks, and add a new webhook. You are probably wondering, what URL do we put here? Localhost 3000 will definitely not work. Well, for this, we'll need to use ngrok to expose localhost 3000. Then create a new webhook payments route. Make sure that the URL path is exactly the same as the folder structure. The signing secret will be the same one that I had in the environment file. Enable all updates and save the webhook. Inside the newly created route, I'll add subscription events that I want to be listening to. Create a post function to handle the request and check that the webhook secret exists. Now I'll verify the incoming webhook data that it contains the same secret. Parse the body and check the event name. If the event is one of the defined subscription type, then I'll grab the user ID. This user ID is from Supabase. I'll show you how to send custom data payload along with Lemon Squeezy webhooks later in the video. I'm going to need to extract data from subscription object. I'll handle all the missing types and functions in just a moment. Create the Supabase admin as I'll need it for write operations. Make sure the customer ID exists, upsert the product, and update the customer ID. Await both async operations. Then finally insert subscription, returning a success response. Now let's deal with subscription type. Create a lemonsqueezy.d.ts file in the types folder and define this interface. I actually had Cloud Code generate this type for me from an example response found on Lemon Squeezy documentation. Let's move on to defining Lemon Squeezy server actions. In Lemon Squeezy server.ts file, create a configure Lemon Squeezy function. This function will check that I have all the necessary environment variables and calls Lemon Squeezy setup API. This must be called at the top of every Lemon Squeezy server functions. I'll also need a function to grab all products from Lemon Squeezy and a function for getting the first variant of the product and creating checkout URL. Important thing to note here is that you can send custom data when creating checkout link, and this data will be passed onto the webhook. For example, Here, I'm sending the user ID. Add create customer portal function, which will return a URL for user to manage their own subscription. Just FYI, this only works on stores that have been verified and in production. So you won't be able to actually see this in test mode. Then I'll create a get product variant function that was used in the webhook. Create a product.ts file under lib Supabase database folder. Define the upsert product function. In the same directory, add a subscriptions.ts file. Create insert subscription function. The reason why I use upsert is because if user already has a subscription, but it has ended, we can just update the same row instead of creating a new one. I'll also need a has subscription ended function which returns whether the user's subscription is still active. In the user.ts file, I'll need to create a update customer ID and a get customer ID function. Going back to the webhook route, you'll see that I have taken care of all the type and missing function errors. Now that I have the webhook, database, and Lemon Squeezy functions set up, it's time to put it all together. In a new server.ts file, under features account, add get subscription products. This is just going to grab all the products and filter for the ones that start with subscription. It's also going to add the variant ID to the product attributes, as we'll need that to create the checkout URL. In the same file, create a handle checkout function. This is where we'll call create checkout URL. Because these are server functions, make sure that they are secure by checking auth before running the logic. What I'll need is a pricing card component to display the product and its price. This is a client component, so instead of fetching the product in here, I'll fetch the product in the server component and pass it down to the client component. As for the pricing section component, this will be the container for all pricing cards. In the account page, I'll fetch all the data I need and pass it down into the components I just created. Let's try out the current setup. Going through the payment flow and checking Supabase, you'll see that the webhook is functioning properly. The product and subscription is added. One thing to note is that you can actually simulate webhook events from Lemon Squeezy dashboard under subscription. This will trigger the webhook, and as you can see, the status of the subscription has changed to cancel. Now this text display is not really useful. Let's instead replace it with a link that goes to the user portal where they can manage their own subscriptions. Grab the portal URL and add it to the link component. Now, if you click on this link, you may see this message. This only works in production, at least that's what I found. So if your store is not activated, verified, and is in test mode, you won't be able to access this page. The documentation for this is quite terrible, unfortunately. So hopefully they'll add this feature soon. As always, the repo will be down in the description. And if you're curious about how I set up my Next.js project with authentication with Supabase, you might want to check out this video next. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.